Today we are going to read some more chapters from our big book of animal stories. This time we're going to read about puppies. All about puppies. This chapter is called Puppies at the Ocean. One hot sunny day, Biscuit, Bella, Tansy and Zach went out on a trip to the ocean. The puppies had never seen the ocean before, and they were all very excited. The beach was enormous and seemed to stretch for miles. Bella and Tansy rushed to the edge of the ocean and began to chase each other up and down. They left paw prints in the damp sand behind them. Biscuit wagged her tail and barked at the waves. Zach was busy digging a great big hole in the sand. I might find some buried treasure left behind by a pirate if I dig deep enough, he thought to himself. But although he dug deeper and deeper, all he found was more and more sand. Biscuit went down to the water's edge and looked at the ocean. Little waves splashed gently onto the beach at his feet, and he tried to catch them. He was feeling hot and thirsty, and he drank some of the water. Ugh, poof, poof, it tastes salty, horrible. Meanwhile, Zach had gone right into the water and was trying his best to swim. Look at me, I'm swimming, he called to the others. This is just how Frida Frog does it. I wish he was here to see it. Tansy and Bella had gone exploring along the beach. Suddenly they saw a strange creature walking toward them. It had 6 legs, 2 sharp-looking claws, and an angry face. They had never seen anything like it before, and they sniffed it curiously. Go away, said the grumpy crab. This is my part of the beach, and he waved his claw at them. For the rest of the day, the puppies played on the beach. When it was time to go home, everyone felt very tired. They had all had great fun, and they felt very sad that the sunny day was over. What a pity we can't stay longer, said Bella. I found these beautiful shells, said Biscuit. If we take them home, they will remind us of our happy sunny day by the ocean. Lost and found. One day, Tansy and Biscuit decided to go for a walk. They were going to walk in the woods. Their best friend, Sydney Squirrel, asked if he could come too. As Tansy and Biscuit strolled along, Sydney ran quickly ahead. He loved climbing the trees and playing hide and seek in the branches. Suddenly, the puppies heard a strange sound coming from nearby. They pricked up their ears to listen. What's that noise? Said Biscuit. It's not a happy sound. It sounds exactly like a person crying. Sitting under a tree were 2 little children. They were hugging each other and they looked very sad. We're lost, they said. We were having a picnic with Mom and Dad and we went to play hide and seek, and now we can't find our way back. Tansy and Biscuit ran straight over to the children. Don't worry, said Biscuit. We can help you find the way. Please don't cry anymore. Biscuit had thought of a clever plan. There was a very tall tree nearby, and he asked Sydney to climb all the way to the very top of it. Sydney scurried up the tree as fast as he could. When he got to the top, he held on tightly to a branch. From here, Sydney could see right across the woods. It's all right. I can see your parents, he called down at last. They're not far away. As the woodland animals watched, the puppies led the happy children through the trees. "Thank you for helping us," said the children. "It is easy to get lost here," Tansy explained. "It is always best not to wander from the path." The children's parents hugged and kissed them. They were very happy and relieved to see them again. "What happened to you? Oh, we were so worried," they said, and the children told them everything. "Thank goodness these clever puppies found you." As a reward for their good work, Tansy and Biscuit were allowed to share the children's picnic. There was even some fruit for Sydney to enjoy. Before saying goodbye, they played one last game of hide and seek, and this time nobody got lost. And this one is called Nobody Wants to Play. Zach was bored with playing ball in the yard by himself. He found Biscuit in the kitchen and asked him if he wanted to come outside and play. "Come on, Biscuit," he said. "It'll be fun." "Not now," said Biscuit. "I'm eating my breakfast." In the corner of the kitchen, Bella and Tansy were curled up in bed. Zach woke them up. "Don't just lay there snoozing," he barked. "Ruff! You're missing all the fun. Come outside and play." "Not now," said Bella with a yawn. "We're much too tired. You better come back later." "Yes, when we're wide awake," said sleepy Tansy. Poor Zach. He decided to go and look for Frida Frog in her pond in the backyard. "Perhaps Frida wants to play," he thought. Frida was sitting quietly on a lily pad. She did not seem to be doing anything important. "Will you come and play with me?" he asked. But Frida said she was just too busy looking for flies. Sydney Squirrel had been watching. He looked down at Zach from the branch of a tree. "Before you ask," he said, "I'm afraid that I'm busy counting nuts, so I can't come and play either." "If I were you, I would look for something useful to do." But Zach did not want to do anything useful. He wanted to have fun and play with his friends. Zach picked up his ball and walked slowly to the very end of the yard. He lay down on the lawn and put his head on his paws. He was feeling very sad and lonely. "Why won't anyone play with me?" he thought. "What did I do? Don't they like me anymore?" Zach was just wondering whether he should run away from home when Bella and Biscuit came scampering up with Tansy not far behind them. When they saw this, Sydney ran down from his tree, and Frida hopped right up out of the pond. "We were only joking," they all said. "Of course we want to play with you." Then they chased Zach around and around the yard, and this made him very happy. Indeed, how could he have ever thought that his friends did not like him? This one is called Treasure Hunt. "I need your help," said Sydney to Tansy. "I buried a store of nuts in the yard, but now I can't remember where they are. Please help me find them." Tansy was more than happy to help. She loved digging. To begin with, she decided to dig a few small holes in the vegetable patch where the cabbages were growing. She worked hard, but she couldn't find any hidden nuts. "I better try somewhere else," she thought. In the onion patch, she dug one very big hole, but although she dug deeper and deeper, there was still no sign of Sydney's nut store. Zach saw what was going on and decided to join in the hunt. He thought it would be a good idea to try the flower bed. He scratched around in the soil, and some of the flowers got broken and trampled. Meanwhile, Bella decided to join in. She thought she would try the lawn. It was hard work making even a small hole in the grass, and Bella had to dig in several different places before she made a real start. Tansy, Zach, and Bella worked hard at their digging. Sydney watched carefully for any sign of the nuts. Then Biscuit came along. When he saw what the other puppies had done to the garden, he was very annoyed. "Look at the mess you have made," he cried. The puppies were ashamed of themselves. They did their best to tidy up the mess before anyone else saw what they had done. Biscuit replaced the grass, and Tansy and Bella put back the vegetables. Zach even tried to mend some of the broken flowers. While this was going on, Sydney sat still and looked thoughtful. "Oh no," he said, "I've just remembered. I buried those nuts in the woods, not in the yard." And he ran off to find them for himself. Next time we'll read about the bunnies.